former chief financial officer with a startup of a Japanese MNC, Mr. Kishan Rao.
To make them communicate with each other, make them understand each other, and also understand the business goals.
He navigated some of the most renowned German and Japanese organizations.
So new technological development that may happen, and be ready, proactively be ready.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of FaceTime with Leaders, the podcast series brought to you by Directors Institute World Council of Directors. I'm your host, Tanayol, and today we have the distinct pleasure of welcoming a true leader in the world of finance and corporate governance. Our guest today is Mr. Kishan Rao, the former chief financial officer with a startup of a Japanese MNC. With a career that spans over 3 decades, Mr. Rao has driven major financial transformations from ERP implementations to risk management systems across top organizations like many multinational German and Japanese companies. He's not just a finance expert. He's a visionary leader who's played a crucial role in shaping business strategies, driving internal controls, and leading teams to success. So sit back, relax, and enjoy a conversation filled with valuable insights and real-world experience. Sir, we welcome you on FaceTime with Leaders. It's a true honor to have you with us today.
Thanks, Tanay. How are you today?
Very good, sir. Starting off this session, we'd like to point out that it's not every day that we get to sit down with someone who's had such an incredible and diverse career journey. From overseeing large-scale financial operations to implementing major systems across top companies, your experience is both vast and impressive. But before we dive into all the big accomplishments, let's take a step back. If you could rewind to the early days of your career, what were some of the key moments that truly shaped your path and set you on this journey?
Tanay, thanks for this. But before we start with the discussion, let me thank the Institute for Directors for giving me this opportunity. Thanks a lot and making me part of this. Coming back to my career, as you know, I worked with several MNCs of the German and Japanese, and also with the Indian companies. But what I see is it's finally the people from various backgrounds, people from various age, and the guidance which I have been getting from these people has been a very strong point for me in my career. And also, having worked with the different cultures also has helped me a lot here to groom to such a responsible position now. Thank you.
Sir, throughout your career, you've led some high-stakes initiatives, from ERP implementations to GST adoption, each demanding precision, coordination, and a deep understanding of both business processes and technology. So what do you believe are the key factors that make these kind of large-scale projects successful, and how do you ensure that diverse teams remain aligned and motivated throughout such complex implementations?
I would say bringing everybody to a common platform. Finally, as I said, it is always people that matters for any organization. Coming to ERP implementation as an example, what I've seen, there may be, again, people from different backgrounds. And as all of us know that people are the final process owners, they know their activities, they know the challenges which they have met. It is only for us to bring them to a common platform. Of course, when it comes to the budget, meeting the budget, the cost overrun, etc., is a commercial or business call. However, finally, what matters is people and how will they support the business. So it's always better to make them bring to our common platform, tell them their growth in the new challenges. Yeah, this is not only for the ERP implementation, it is also same for risk management, or it could be even a new merger or acquisition or any such process.
People are the most important step.
Right.
So, throughout your impressive career, you've navigated some of the most renowned German and Japanese organizations. Each of these companies operate at a massive scale. So, looking back, what were some of the biggest hurdles you faced in these roles, and how did you manage to overcome them while still driving financial success and growth of the organization?
I think it's again people's fear for the new changes or new challenges. Yeah. And it's not only German or the MSA, it could be even within India, Indian culture. Meeting the people from the other department, or meeting the people from the other companies, or meeting the people from the other countries. There's a fear which we usually see in staff. I think therefore it's better to make them communicate with each other, make them understand each other, and also understand the business goals, and make them understand the new benefits that may arise from a new collaboration.
True, sir. So, as we look ahead to 2025, the business landscape is evolving faster than ever, and financial planning and risk management will only become more critical. With your vast experience in guiding companies through complex financial decisions, I'm curious, what do you see as the biggest financial challenges companies will face in the coming years? And from your perspective, how can businesses best prepare themselves to navigate these challenges and stay ahead of the curve?
Okay. Maybe I'll touch upon the how do we meet the challenge. There's in my views, it has to be a risk management always. We have to be proactively looking into the risk that may arise in the near future. Coming to the present scenario, I think there's a technological development which is happening in a very fast. For example, artificial intelligence or machine learning, which is part of the artificial intelligence, and also the economical challenges which may have. There may be a war which may be coming up somewhere, which may impact us. And third one should be the cyber attacks. And again, the fourth one is having enough resources. It could be the talent within the team, or it could also be the procurement challenges which we may have. Yeah.
True. So, with such an accomplished career behind you, it's inspiring to think about what's next. Like, as you continue to evolve as a leader, what are your aspirations for the future, both in your career and in terms of making an impact at the boardroom level? Like, how do you envision using your expertise and experience to drive long-term growth and transformation at that strategic level?
We should be there in the board as people's person. As again, I am repeating, I'm sorry for this. Any organization is because of the people. Yeah. So maybe at the board level, I would look into the strategies of the business, looking into the requirement of the people, how they will develop the organization at any time. Of course, when it comes to the compliances, new challenges, etc., we have to make the people get ready for that. I would be in the board from this angle. That's how we will be able to meet our financial goals or any development goals of any business.
So, corporate governance has never been more critical than it is today. With financial landscapes constantly evolving, strong governance practices aren't just a regulatory requirement, they're essential for building trust and driving sustainable growth. From your experience, how important do you think corporate governance is in today's world, and what steps do you believe companies should take to ensure they're truly adhering to the best governance practices?
Any governance, whether it's a corporate or at home, even at home, we are looking into the governance. Similarly, even the corporate governance, when it comes to corporate, I think we have to look as our own requirement than looking it as a regulatory government requirement. It is no more government requirement. Any business growth would possible because of the corporate government. For example, now there is ELG coming. Now, ELG, for example, it's not mainly because of the government requirement, or it's not because just developed country has come with the ELG requirement. It's not so. Now it is becoming important that every corporate is really looking into the ELG. This is one example. It could be similar way, other thing. Yeah. Maybe being in the board, I would prefer to look into such matters and also the new technological development that may happen and be ready, proactively be ready. And finally, it's open communication. Yeah, open communication is the one which I would like to bring in every aspect of the corporate government.
And that always helps when people are discussing things openly so that problems come up and it's discussed and then solutions come. So, yeah. So, with your extensive background in finance and governance, we'd love to hear about your experience with Directors Institute. Like, how have the programs and insights you gained from the Institute helped shape your leadership style, particularly in the areas of corporate governance and risk management?
To be honest, I was very skeptical when I was about to join, but once I joined, I'm really happy. Each session have been really a great learning. And even the recorded sessions, which is very helpful for me to go through during my own free time. But to be honest, it has been a really great experience.
Lovely, sir. Thank you so much for joining us, and it's been a pleasure having you with us on FaceTime with Leaders. Your insights on leadership, corporate governance, and the future is, I'm sure, truly wonderful for our listeners, and they will gain from your experience. So thank you so much for taking your time to share your journey with us and the lessons you've learned. To our listeners, thank you for tuning in. We hope today's conversation inspired you to think about your own leadership journey and the importance of responsible governance in today's business. Thank you so much, sir, and have a great day.